Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu salam ala Rasulillah. Like most of you guys in the Muslim community, I've been looking at the Sheikh Suleiman video on the LBGT conference. And, right away, I did not jump to conclusions like a lot of you out there on the comments. I didn't go ahead and reprimand and, go ahead and jump to conclusions with the Sheikh. And I actually listened to what he was saying and to see what's going on. And I was looking at the context, the framework, the whole situation where he derived from this issue. Was he here? Was this a coalition sought in the community? Was there an event that took place? One of those like Orlando situations where there had to be, condemnation. That wasn't the case. This was something entirely just a setup conference of itself. And even that, you can't go ahead and start, giving the, condemning the shit and all, because of the framework itself wasn't enough. So you, after listening to the shit, he, for the most part of the lecture, he wasn't saying anything against the Quran or Sunnah, you know, and then he kept going and going. Eventually, he made a statement, and this what got him. This was the underlying mark. It's very sad to hear him say this, but and when he did this, he actually looked down on his notes. You can see, so this was a written statement that he has thought about and actually like premeditated in a way you could say that. But this, he looked down, and this is exactly what word for word he says. Everyone in society can commit to condemnation, genuine condemnation against hate, dehumanizing rhetoric, bullying against whomever it may be, whatever what it may be, the LGBT community or the Jewish community. And so there you're like, now wait a minute, shit, hold up. This is actually a false statement you're giving out. The Quran condemned the LGBT community in of itself. So how is it allowed to not condemn them? There's a difference between violence and condemnation. There's a difference between reprimandment and the situation where the Sheikh speaks of is more of a sympathetic approach. And hey, you don't, we're you're a group that's essentially hated upon. We will seek support of your kind type of approach. And I was very disappointed, like much of you guys. This is not a way of the Sunnah. And look at the comments, it's just hilarious. ولا تركون إلا الذين ظلموا فتمسكوهم نور وما لكم من دون الله. So some of you guys get into the hardcore ayats, immensely condemning the Sheikh and incline not to those do wrong. I always look at, early in my Islamic studies, there was just, you got to look, the man is known through the truth is not known through the man. So the brother here is easily, we wish him guidance. We don't want to, you cannot call the Sheikh a kafir, and you don't want to be one of those guys, because statement of kufr is an entire different debate. But here, condemning the Sheikh is required by the Muslim community. I mean, without even getting into fiqh and al-wala al-bara, it's just plainly, his statements were plainly made, and he tried to move forward with this. You can see how uncomfortable he was speaking about this. It was so sad to see him talking this way. Usually, this guy's upbeat in his lectures, but here he's like, he was cornered in a way. But there's no reason to be uncomfortable. I mean, this is just a plain out, this is plain and black. This is plain and simple in the Quran about this issue. I mean, there's a nation destroyed of this whole topic. We don't even need to get into that. That's just the obvious. But the Sheikh's way